They laughed when he failed. They doubted when he struggled. They disappeared when he lost everything. But history remembers only one moment. The moment he refused to quit. This is not just a story about success. This is the story of resilience, the invisible force that turns ordinary people into legends. Every generation produces dreamers, but only a few become symbols of inspiration. The difference is not talent, not luck, not even opportunity. The difference is resilience. The ability to stand up one more time, then life knocks you down. Imagine standing at the edge of failure, watching your dreams collapse piece by piece. Bills piling up, friends losing faith, doors closing one after another. Most people stop here. Most people accept defeat. But the people who inspire millions make a different decision. They decide that pain is temporary but regret lasts forever. And that decision changes everything. Resilience begins the moment excuses end. When Abraham Lincoln lost election after election, people called him a failure. When Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job, she was told she was not fit for TV. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, he went home and cried. But none of them allowed a single moment to define their future. They understood something powerful. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the training ground for success. Resilience is not loud. It does not announce itself. It grows quietly in the darkest moments. It grows when nobody claps, when nobody notices, when nobody believes in you. It grows when you wake up early despite disappointment, when you keep working despite fear, when you keep moving despite uncertainty. That silent persistence becomes unstoppable strength. Think about the people you admire, the entrepreneurs who built empires, the athletes who broke records, the leaders who changed history. Their lives were not smooth journeys. They faced rejection, criticism, loss, and uncertainty. What separated them from everyone else was simple. They stayed in the fight longer than anyone expected. Life tests everyone, but it rewards endurance. The world often celebrates the final victory, but ignores the years of struggle behind it. Every success story contains sleepless nights, painful sacrifices, and moments of doubt. Resilience means continuing even when motivation disappears, because motivation is temporary, but discipline creates transformation. There will be days when progress feels invisible, days when effort seems pointless, days when quitting feels logical. In those moments, resilience becomes a choice. You either surrender to comfort, or you step into growth. Growth always feels uncomfortable, because it demands change. Resilience also means redefining failure. Every setback carries information. Every mistake teaches strategy. Every loss builds emotional strength. Instead of asking why this happened, resilient people ask what this is teaching me. That single shift turns obstacles into opportunities. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur who launched a business that failed within a year. Debt replaced hope. Critics replaced supporters. Many would have walked away forever. But he studied his mistakes, learned new skills, rebuilt from scratch. Years later, that same person built a company that employed thousands. The success was not born from talent alone. It was born from resilience, forged through failure. Resilience transforms pain into purpose. Some of the most inspiring individuals turned personal tragedy into global impact. Survivors who became advocates, strugglers who became mentors, dreamers who became leaders. They refused to let suffering define them. Instead, they used adversity as fuel. The truth is, resilience is not about avoiding fear. It is about acting despite fear. Courage is not the absence of doubt. Courage is movement through doubt. When you keep going while uncertain, you train your mind to become stronger than circumstances. Over time, challenges that once felt impossible become manageable. Modern society often promotes instant success. Social media shows highlights, not hardships. People compare their beginnings to someone else's peak and feel discouraged. But resilience teaches patience. Great achievements require time, consistency, and relentless effort. The process cannot be rushed. Resilience also requires belief. Belief not based on evidence but on vision. Before success appears externally, it must exist internally. You must see possibility before proof exists. That internal conviction becomes the foundation of extraordinary achievement. Every setback asks a question. Do you really want this dream, or was it just a wish? Wishes disappear under pressure. Dreams powered by resilience survive storms. When you continue despite setbacks, you send a message to yourself that your goals matter. That message builds confidence stronger than any external validation. Resilience spreads inspiration. When people watch someone rise after failure, they see hope. They realize struggle is universal and recovery is possible. Your perseverance becomes permission for others to keep going. That is why stories of resilience inspire millions. They remind humanity that strength lives inside ordinary individuals. There is a moment in every journey when quitting feels easier than continuing. That moment defines destiny. Champions are not people who never feel doubt. They are people who refuse to let doubt make decisions. Instead, they act with commitment, even when emotions fluctuate. Resilience is built daily through small actions, keeping promises to yourself, showing up when you do not feel ready, learning when results are slow, improving when progress feels invisible. These small victories compound over time, creating unstoppable momentum. Imagine who you could become if you refused to give up. Imagine the skills you would develop, the confidence you would gain, the lives you could impact. The version of you waiting on the other side of persistence is stronger, wiser, and more capable than you can currently imagine. The greatest transformation happens when you stop fearing failure and start fearing regret. Regret whispers what could have been. Resilience declares what will be created. One keeps you stuck, the other moves you forward. History does not remember people who avoided challenges. It remembers people who faced them head on. Every breakthrough, innovation, and inspiring legacy exists because someone chose resilience over surrender. They endured criticism, rejection, and uncertainty until success had no choice but to follow. Your struggles today may feel personal, but their impact can become universal. The challenges shaping you right now may one day inspire someone across the world. Your story is still being written, and resilience holds the pen. So when life becomes difficult, when progress slows, when doubt grows louder, remember this moment is not the end. It is the test that reveals your strength. Keep going when it feels hard. Keep believing when results are unseen. Keep working when recognition is absent. Because resilience turns effort into achievement and pain into power. One day people will look at your success and call it luck. They will not see the sacrifices, the failures, the lonely nights, or the moments you almost quit. But you will know the truth. You did not win because life was easy. You won because you refused to stop. Resilience is not a trait reserved for heroes. It is a decision available to everyone, including you. Right now you stand at a crossroads, between comfort and growth, between fear and possibility, between quitting and becoming. Choose resilience. Choose persistence. Choose the version of yourself that refuses to surrender. Because the power of resilience is not just about surviving hard times. It is about transforming them into the foundation of greatness. And the story that inspires millions might not belong to someone else. It might be yours if you decide today that no obstacle, no failure, and no doubt will ever be stronger than your determination to rise again.